Welcome everybody to Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room.
Brought to you by Savannah Army Entertainment.
Hey everybody. Today's topic, man, we are going to discuss fucked up safety briefings.
Safety briefings.
Any of you vets that remember Friday when all you want to do is go home to start your 4-day weekend, or Thursday and you want to start that 4-day weekend and you have to sit in the safety briefing. You probably even sat in some of Doug Norton's safety briefings. Doug, can you give us an example of a safety briefing?
So, it sometimes depends on what company. So I had 4 different companies, right? So it depended on what company you were in, what's sergeant major and colonel you had at that time, right? Because they would push it off. Some of them would push it off like, this is what you will talk about, right?
Yeah.
But then, like DUIs and we got too many DUIs. And you guys, if you drink, you need to give your keys to somebody, blah, 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 or whatever.
Yeah.
But most of these safety briefs that we did were brought upon everybody in the company by something stupid somebody did.
So the STD part, do you think that usually came from somebody popping hot up there at the whole aid station?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, doctor, you didn't mention no names, so it ain't against the code. But you might want to talk to your guys about safe sex.
And so, like, safe sex. Sometimes we'd be stupid. We'd break it down. I'm like, this is a condom.
Yeah.
This is how you take it out of the fucking wrapper, right? Or the same thing was most of alcohol, drugs, stay away from drugs, shit like that. But then you get into the more like, did that really happen kind of thing,
Yeah.
Because then you find out like who owns a boat.
Yeah.
Who owns a boat? Who knows boat safety? Who owns motorcycles? Who did 140 down the damn road? Or who ran from the cops and could not run the radios? Shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very interesting. Or fishing safety.
Boating and fishing. Yeah. Yep.
Fishing safety. How what do you mean your wife's in the hospital that you hooked her through the cheek and ripped her fucking cheek open? So, and there was another, addition to your safety brief. So, and it just depended too on like what commander you had too, because some of them damn things would last forever.
I know.
Yeah. So like I'd be sitting in the background. Speed it up. But
some of y'all's brilliant ideas would last weekends, as in like, I need you to call your soldiers every morning and find out what their plans are for the day. And if they're going to drink, make sure they have a contingency plan. And then call me back and let me know what each of your soldiers' plans were. Yeah, that was a good one. I love those.
I can't remember what company that was.
Echo 315.
So I know now.
Yeah.
All right. That wasn't my doing, though.
No, that was watered down.
So we won't go there. That's been a while since I had my meds today.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. But it's funny because, man, half those soldiers don't listen to that shit, man. When the soldiers have a tendency to get in trouble, that shit 9 times out of 10 was some spontaneous last minute bullshit that walked them down that road.
We were there. We walked through those shoes too.
Oh, I know.
You get fucked up over the river, and then there's a fucking bridge that's not used anymore. Hey, let's jump, man. Let's jump. Let's jump, dude. We can do this. We'll jump and we'll fucking swim over.
Yep, I'm telling you.
And then next thing you know, the fucking game warden, the sheriff. As soon as you swim to shore, there he is. Like you're just like, oh fuck. You're like, here, cuff me. It's like, fuck. And then next thing you know, we're the fucking topic of the safety brief. Don't jump off bridges.
So I had a commander, right? It's really what you know how whenever you get a DUI, each company usually has their retaliation, what they do to make the example out of that person. Right?
Oh yeah.
So before well, it was right after 9/11, but we hadn't deployed for our first time yet, right? We had a soldier get a DUI. This was in the 160th. They had me go to the local funeral home and pick up a coffin and bring it back. This was my company commander doing. Bring it back. And they were going to make this soldier read his obituary standing in front of the coffin. Right? And the battalion commander.
Like that soldier's obituary.
Yeah, he was going to read his own obituary.
His own obituary.
In front of the coffin, right?
Is that like kind of like reading your biography, but at the end, I'm dead?
Basically.
You know, kind of.
Well, so the battalion commander at the last minute, I just pulled up, felt really odd by the way.
You had the coffin?
Yeah, I went and got the coffin.
Had the coffin?
I picked it up in a Humvee. It felt really weird, but yeah, brought the old coffin back, and the battalion commander at the last minute caught word of what he was doing, and he came down there and told him,
"You can't do that.
Don't do that." He said, "We're about to deploy, and there will probably be casualties. So, no, let's not do that."
Yeah, I mean, people holding up liquor stores or people shooting at themselves, shooting their wives. You remember everybody gets a new knife. It seems like the privates, I mean, they couldn't work their own knife, and then next thing you know, they're getting stitches because they sliced their hand open or sliced their leg open or something like that. It was always like, there was always like, you can make a safety brief short, sweet, get the fuck out of here kind of thing, but it was never like that. No. Because you like take what happened in that last like 7 days, right? And you take that and then you're like, fuck, man, we got some seriously fucking.
Yep. And I always regretted the battalion level safety briefings when the battalion commander wanted to give the whole battalion a safety brief. You knew that fucker was not ending before 5 o'clock. Oh, it was not happening.
Everybody get up. Break formation, come over here, sit down.
Yep, that's exactly what he had said.
Horseshoe formation around me. Sit down.
Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it was two of the main topics that always came up in Georgia was drugs, alcohol, and boat safety.
Yep.
Those were like the 3 main things. And then you always have these odd ones that would come up, like, the fishing thing where he ripped his wife's cheek open. I could not believe that shit, man. Oh,
you guys, and the DUIs always come up.
The DUIs, people shooting themselves in the foot, the hand, shooting their wife. Yep. What else? Shit. We could probably go on and on, man. If this was alive, I know people would be jumping on right now, like, holy shit.
Don't kill the alligators.
Oh yeah. Don't catch the alligators out of the ponds. Cut them up and cook them, and leave the head of it at the foot of your barracks door.
Yep.
Oh man, that guy paid for it though, man.
Sure
what was it? Love. Yeah, Article 15 and the state of Georgia got him too.
Oh yeah.
For killing the animals. Yeah. Animal safety, don't beat your animals up and shit. I mean, it's just like it's crazy, man. And then like everybody going to in Kentucky, everybody going to Nashville or Georgia, everybody going to Savannah, whatever. A bunch of STDs going around and shit. It'd be like, if you have never been rotted by a fucking glass tube, go ahead. Don't fucking wrap it. I'm done with that. Kind of things.
Do you remember when that shit was going around Savannah, where the girls down there in downtown area would go home with a soldier and sleep with them, and the next morning wake up and say, "You owe me $1,000, or I'm going to tell everybody you raped me." You remember that scam that was going on?
Yes.
That made a safety brief.
Yeah, I do remember that. I didn't have anybody affected by it though, but I
No,
do remember that. Though.
I remember it coming out in the safety brief.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody that it affected either, but I was just like, that's really a fucking thing.
Yeah, well, and then I think that was during the same time that the date rape drug
Yeah.
was fucking
Yeah.
really, really huge and shit. And it's like just watch, like I say, man, keep your fucking circle small.
That's it.
Be careful who you let in. Shit.
Yeah.
Be like you get in a fight and who you're with, they fucking run. That ain't the ones you want, man. It's just like, and that's another safety brief right there.
Yeah.
And in that safety brief, it was like you need to choose how to pick your fucking friends because they all left you while you were getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
They didn't even stick around to pick you up. They were gone. It's like number one on that safety brief is, but you don't know how to pick fucking friends.
Yeah. Number two is, why the fuck do you lose?
Yeah, no shit, right? You should see the other guy. No, the other guy walked the fuck away and they didn't get his name,
Yep. I'm telling you, man, soldiers, they live to the fucking max. How much they do. I don't care what fucking, if you anywhere around the fucking barracks, whether you're married or not, stupid shit was going to happen. And you just had to have a videotape and just sit there and watch.
Oh no, I mean, I lived in barracks half my career.
I did too,
and it was kegs and parties,
yep.
And I mean, it was a good time, man.
It was the dorms without adult supervision.
Korea, barracks in Korea,
yeah,
man.
Yep,
that's a whole nother podcast right there.
Yeah.
But give me some time though, because Korea was kind of a blur. I'm gonna have to remember that shit. Wake it up with fucking no clothes on in a ditch somewhere, and you're not on your post. Trying to get a taxi cab to go back is it don't work out too well because they know you ain't got no cash on
you. Did you end up having to walk?
Huh? No, I actually got a cab. It took me back.
Butt naked.
Butt ass naked.
He was gay.
Back off.
Oh.
In a minute. Yeah, no. There is a whole nother podcast we could probably fucking talk about for a while, actually. But yeah, that was a safety brief as well.
You're like,
but but when that did happen, I swear to God, man. So that was back at Liberty Passes, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You had, a certain percentage had to be left on your camp and all this. And hell, I left with the commanders. Don't know where we got split up at, but sometime throughout the night, and that was always the best.
All I heard was your commander took your clothes.
I don't know who took my clothes. And I was just an E5 dude, man.
So you were an NCO too.
I was an NCO, and on that's when I volunteered 47 Cav to go be their motor sergeant at their Cav with the Kiowas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a different world for me.
Evidently. Evidently.
I didn't get in trouble for it though.
Yeah.
I know, but nobody would stop laughing though for a while. I don't blame them.
It is crazy. We were just talking about this in the last podcast too. The Army, there's no middle ground. They don't either talk about it or they go to this extreme when they deal with it. There's no middle ground, So, for example, like you were naked. So instead of, well, now we got to talk about this. Let me tell y'all something, Private. If you were butt ass naked, and I mean, they just go through this big old spiel, and then they talk about what they're going to do to you, and you'll lose your rank, not to mention your clothes and everything else. I can just imagine how that safety brief went.
There wasn't one, but I mean,
oh, you didn't make the safety brief?
Dude, so where we were was Camp Stanton, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it was still there. And dude, that was like, you didn't have no sergeant majors. You had like that first sergeant for that company, that commander. your highest ranking was like a test pilots before the Kiowas. They were what, CW4, CW5s and shit.
Yeah.
So like it was strictly. I mean, the gates were all ran by civilian Koreans.
Yeah, Mr.
Koreans.
Kim.
And so yeah, Mr. Kim. So but it was totally that I don't know how long I spent there. 12 fucking 18 months I spent over there. That was a totally different experience than the Army, especially aviation, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you answered to first sergeant commander, and commander was just as big as a drunk as I was. So, like, it was awesome, man. That's why I say Korea was a fucking blur.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, there's a reason why they call it, you know, the turtle walk. Because it takes a full year to just go to the other side of the building. You come in this side of the building, you process, and then you leave. When you out process, you come on the other side of the building.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. I mean, that wasn't the only fucking thing that happened over there. But we won't get into that.
That's another podcast.
That's another podcast. Korea's gonna be another one. But I mean, it's you know, that all stems though, the shit that our guys and gals did. That is why, or that made it easier to do safety briefs. You know, it's like everything that happened. You know, that last 7 days will draw safety briefs on what you had to talk about. How serious, you know?
Yeah.
We'll get that battalion commander or brigade commander involved. Right? Which, when you knew that happened, yeah, you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, I'd state my point and try to get you guys out of there, but it never worked out. No.
Nope.
No.
And all you want to do is just go the fuck home. I mean, that's the whole thing. You're just standing there, you're like,
because you already did, you know, you were already there for like hours trying to fucking clean up, make sure the motor pool's all cleaned up, do this, that, the other.
Find all the soda cans in fucking Humvees that some commander hid.
And then, you know, and then when it finally happened, you're like, oh God, the commander's coming out here. And then when you find out, oh, hey, battalion formation, you're like, fuck! You're never getting out of here.
Yep.
Drink water, fucking.
Oh, I love that part of it.
Oh my God. Make sure you drink a lot of water during the weekends.
There's water in beer.
There's water in beer, coffee, what have you. Fucking
sodas. Yeah.
Hey.
You fucking everybody always come back that first day for PT after not doing a fucking thing that the safety briefing told you to do.
Yeah, no shit. You know. Trying to think of some more crazy shit, man. I can't think of any right now, though.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows why we do these. You know, each of our shows is just trying to cut loose and have some fun, man. Bring back some of our memories from the military and remind people there's good things that happen. It's not all bad. The safety briefs may suck, but you got through it, just like the things going on now.
You could always do something stupid the next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you need some help, say something.
What I used to tell you.
I don't know.
If you're about to do something stupid, but you're not sure it's stupid, make sure you call me so I can tell you if it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because I got no problem telling you it's fucking stupid, right? I mean,
how many people took you up on that?
Not many.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was very approachable though, so I don't know what the fuck, man. Sons of bitches.
But if you need some help, the suicide hotline, 1-800-273-8255, extension 1 if you are a veteran. If you're on the West Coast, leavingthesideline.org. If you're on the East Coast, she's theveteran.org, or you can reach out to us. Take care. Have a good day.
We'll see you next time.